Hello everyone, welcome back to Learn British English Free on YouTube with me, Chris, and I'm very honoured today that we're having a Skype conversation with Harry and Charlie from their Learn English channel. Guys, would you like to tell everyone a bit about your channel?
Yeah, absolutely. Hello everyone. Hello to Chris's lovely 40,000 subscribers. Hello. Assuming you're all watching right now. I'm Harry, and this is my friend Charlie, or my colleague Charlie.
Hello everyone, nice to be here and nice to see you all. I hope that we can interact soon.
So we make a range of different types of educational YouTube videos for foreign learners just like yourselves.
But today we're hoping to focus on comedy TV series, particularly British TV series, that we have enjoyed watching as we have grown up in England. And we want to have a conversation around those, listing our favourites and maybe suggesting some for you to watch and why they would be useful for English learners.
One of my favourite British comedies is Fawlty Towers. And this is a hilarious slapstick comedy, sitcom, set in Devon. And it's all about a hotel which is managed by a guy called Basil Fawlty. Hence the reason for the show, which is called Fawlty Towers. I guess that is a play on the word faulty. What would that mean, Chris? You know, if they're calling it Fawlty Towers,
it would mean that the hotel where it's based probably wasn't exactly perfect. And if you watched the program, then very quickly you'd realise that it wasn't perfect and the people weren't perfect.
Go to the water tank. Oh, water tank. Water on roof in tank. Yes. See, 2 dead pigeons in tank. Take out.
So Basil, the main character, he's very rude to his customers, quite obnoxious and unpleasant in the way he talks to people. And the other characters are his wife, who is called Sybil, who is very demanding and very annoying and bossy.
And he's also pretty nasty to one of his employees, Manuel, isn't he?
Manuel is the butler, if I remember correctly. And in the program, Manuel is from a European country. I believe it's Spain, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So a lot of the jokes are about how badly things are going for Basil and his staff at the hotel, and these really difficult situations that they find themselves in. And often lots of the problems that Manuel, the Spanish waiter or butler, presents because of his English is completely useless.
Go and get me a hammer.
¿Cómo?
Hammer.
Hammer.
Oh, a hammer sandwich. Oh, do I have to go through this every time? Look, a hammer.
My hamster?
No, not your hamster. How can I knock a nail in with your hamster? Well, I could try. No, it doesn't matter. All right, I'll get it. You come here and tidy. You know, tidy?
Oh, tidy, see.
Yes, I get a hammer and hit you on the head with it.
One of my favourite quotes from there is when Manuel is carrying a tray with some bread and butter on there, and Basil sees Manuel carrying the tray.
Manuel, there is too much butter on those trays.
Okay.
There is too much butter on those trays.
No, senor.
What?
Not on those trays. No, sir. Uno, dos, tres.
No.
Why is it good for potentially very useful for English learners?
Well, there's a lot of quite straightforward jokes there. A lot of the material is visual as well, so you can understand it through what the actors are doing.
I'd say a kind of B2 learner could really benefit from watching a series like this. I'd say.
Yeah, B2, yeah. Probably no lower, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, should we go on to the next one?
Yeah, should I tell you about one of my favourites?
Go for it, Chris.
Do it.
Okay, thank you. This one is called The Two Ronnies. So, like Fawlty Towers, it hasn't been made recently. It was made in around the 1980s, it finished. And it's called The Two Ronnies because it was made by two very famous comedians, both called Ronnie Barker and Ronnie Corbett. And it's a bit different to Fawlty Towers because in Fawlty Towers, as we discussed, it's all set in a hotel, so the situation remains the same. But in this, it's called a sketch show. So in each episode, they did many different situations and the actors played different characters. So you can hear a lot of different conversations and the two comedians doing scenes on a variety of contexts and materials.
Yeah. What were some of your favourite sketches? Can you remember any of them?
Well, there's one I wanted to tell you about in particular, or maybe remind you, because it's one of the most famous, I think, in British comedy. And it's right at the start of this scene, because like I said, they do all kinds of different things. And it's in a shop that sells lots of things that are useful at home. So we have the man behind the counter who's managing the shop, and the other comedian walks in. He's the customer. And he says,
4 candles.
4 candles. Here you are. 4 candles.
No, 4 candles.
Well, there you are, 4 candles.
No, 4 candles. Handles for forks.
So they are both native speakers, British speakers, but it's a perfect example and a funny example of how there can be misunderstandings because of the pronunciation or the situation. So 4 candles could be 4 candles or handles for forks. You have to be sure.
Yeah, exactly. I saw a more recent episode. I think they got back together and they did like a puns on technology one in that same sketch. It was I think one of them brought in an apple and he said, "There's something wrong with my apple. It won't back up my BlackBerry," and he puts the BlackBerry on. It was really good.
That's a really good example, and they were very clever, as well as the things like in Basil, in Fawlty Towers we discussed to do with the slapstick comedy, the visual thing. Also, they did a lot of wordplay as well, so it can be interesting to listen to because of that, exactly like you said.
I think sketch shows are really fun and could be really useful for English learners.
I agree, yeah, especially as you can see many different things, and each sketch will be for about 5 minutes and it's onto something new. So you can always stop it and watch a different one if you're not interested. You can learn about a lot of different things in one episode, for example. Many thanks to Harry and Charlie for joining me for this special lesson on Learn British English Free. This is part 1 in our joint conversation about famous British comedies and our favourites. For part 2, please click on the link below. I'll post it under the video, and visit their channel, Real English with Real Teachers, on YouTube as well. And we'll discuss 3 more of our favourite comedies. So we'll see you all there. Bye for now.
Great. See you guys. Bye. See you there.
Bye.